Hello, hello, crafty friends. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm just getting set up, making sure. There I go. I see the live. Make sure my volume's off here. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So hopefully some of you join and catch me live. If not, I hope you catch this on the replay. I will upload this to my YouTube channel as well. So that's where it'll be easy for you to find the replay. And today I'm going to be doing a scrapbook layout. It's been such a long time since I've done a scrapbook layout. I did one a few months back using the Latte Love, the Cafe Latte, whatever it was called. That was our first month where we came over from Close to My Heart and became Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. While I was close to my heart, I did scrapbooking all the time live. But yeah, it's been quite a road, but I'm definitely getting back into it. If you saw, I had shared the Everyday You Scrapbook Workshop by Stampin' Up. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. So today what I'm going to be using, this is the product I'm going to be featuring. I'm going to use the Hearts of Elegance dies. These heart dies, I've used them so much. I did have my card kit a few months back. I used them. I was using them for a lot, but we're going to play with the dies today, just the dies. We're going to Starburst. Remember we used to do Starburst layouts? Well, it's going to be really fun to Starburst elements. So any shape you have, but today I'm going to use hearts. So that's what I'm going to be using. This is the stamp set that comes with the, if you want to get the Hearts of Elegance stamp set, that's that. And the dies are separate. The stamp is 164909. The die is 164915. And there is a bundle available for that as well. So that's what we're going to use. I'm just going to, the paper DSP I'm using is the Marbled Elegance. That is, that was part of that entire bundle if you bought the whole suite. And I have some scraps left from this, and that's what I'm just trying to use. I have a few, I think I have two, actually one 12 by 12 yet left, and just lots of scraps. This was a great DSP pack. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm trying to use up some of my scraps here. And before we get started, another technique we're going to do today is we're going to do ink splattering. Y'all know I love to splatter with my shimmer brushes, but Close to My Heart used to sell all the colors of shimmer brushes. Let me show you them. I have, here's just a few of mine. You know, you remember, oh, I can't get them out of my holder. Remember the shimmer brushes, right? I have like 50 of these, all the different colors. But Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell them like that. So I'm going to show you how we can get different color splatters if you don't have shimmer brushes using your ink pads. So we all have our ink pads, so that's how we can splatter. So we're going to do that. But before I get started, I want to just show you my February card kit that is available. With a $50 purchase on my website, you will get the make and takes to make all these cards. Everything will link you back to the video where I taught the class in case you want to pick up any of the techniques. Again, we were doing ink blending. This is random stamping to make our own DSP. I love this white on white. So I wanted to show you my card kit because if you do like the Hearts of Elegance, if you pick this up, you'll earn a celebration item and you'll also earn my card kit for free. So I wanted to make sure to tell you about that. All right, I don't have any example to show you because we are just going to go with it. What I am using today is I pulled out my Close to My Heart, Make It From Your Heart book. This is volume 3. So in my private group, I post creative challenges for everybody. Sometimes I do happy mail spins if people recreate it. So this is in my private group this month as a challenge for everybody to recreate this scrapbook sketch. And then this is just some examples. So this is where my inspiration's coming. I want to show my group members how I take the sketch and what I did with it. So again, to get this sketch, you can join my private group, but here, if you wanted to screenshot it to try to get the dimensions, you can there. Okay, so let's talk about starbursting elements. Look at how cool these are. Okay, so remember we used to do the starbursts on the scrapbook pages or cards. So here's a few. This is, again, I'm bringing out the colors from the palette, but see, some of the DSPs have more of those pink tones and some had more of the red tones and the Poppy Parade in there. So this is what I was just playing with these for inspiration, but I do have one large 12 by 12 and probably like 11 by 12 of pink. So these are not wasted. I'm going to make another page for these, but also you can add more to these, right? If you wanted to, let me show you here. I put a cute little bow at the bottom of this one. This is a small one. So it doesn't matter what size, right? You could starburst anything. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. I have two examples we're going to starburst together. And I'll just, oh, actually, I have to have a piece to show you. Yes, I need an example. There you go. I'm just going to show you one quick example of the paper and how you cut it, but I'm going to show you how to create two of these live. So we're going to create two together. But what I'm going to show you, so I want to talk through it first so you understand. One of the dies, this is the one I was using a lot. So you see this one? This is what it looks like when you cut it out. Okay, so that's using the gold foil paper. And I apologize if you are flickering a little because I see that. That happens in a live demonstration. When you catch the replay, none of that will be on there. Okay, so if that's bothering you, you can always come back and catch the replay again. Okay, and I hope you're crafting. I hope as you're watching me, you're crafting, and then you hear some of the things that I say that you're like, oh, I want to go back to Stacy's video. So, hey mom, morning. Okay, so this die cuts out like that. Okay, see that element right there? So although I'm going to be making a scrapbook page today, you can take this and add it to cards and just recreate this over and over because these are the elements that we're going to make, right? So after you create your starburst, I just had a whole bunch of these gold ones extra. That's what I actually covered. So after I covered everything, I put it back through my die machine. So see, I have that design on it. And like this one, see how I have the edge from the die? I put it back in my die so it kind of cleaned it up. So after it's done, this is, you see how these little strips come off? I put it like this and ran it back through my die machine. So it kind of gave it that raised edge. So it looked finished. So that's what we're going to do today together. And I'll go through two demonstrations. I'm going to need these two dies and then the rest I could put away. But I had gone ahead because putting the sketch together that I showed you, it's going to be a very simple sketch. So I went ahead already and I cut out some black hearts. Look at this one detailed heart. See that? That's from one of the dies. Love that. So I have some hearts cut out already. I have some fun tags I want to show you how you can use and add these to your scrapbook pages. So I'll show you what I used for that. I have some of the gold, that great ribbon that's part of the gold weave or whatever they call it. That's part of the collection. And then using my Cricut, I cut out, so I'm starting some pages, a scrapbook page. I don't have the pictures yet, but I went ahead and used my Cricut and I found a cute font that I liked and I cut out love. And I used the offset and that's how I got the gold foil background. I have that on some foam tape already and I did the same thing here with the words new beginnings. And again, just for those of you joining me, thank you. If you want to let me know you're here, I'll give you a shout out. If you're seeing any flickering or jumping, that happens because of Facebook Lives. Once this is uploaded or you come back and catch the replay, that won't happen. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some ink splattering. We're going to make some fun elements. I am using these, so I got to keep those. But these were for my next project that I just want to show you. So we're going to pull these over to the side because I am going to use them. I have some extra gold ones. I'm going to keep those out too. Might use them. I'm just rolling with it, ladies. Not really sure how I'm designing, but like I said, this is the sketch we're going for. Okay, so if you want to take a screenshot of that and you want to recreate that, I'd love to see what you make. Drop your scrapbook page in the comments. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Lori. Hey, Susan. Hey, Jean. Thanks. Everybody's here ready to craft. I have my table all set up. So now we're going to first start working on how do we make a starburst image out of any die cut you have, okay? Any die cut. So I'm going to do two of them. I'm going to do this size one, and then I'm going to do a little guy here. All right, so all you need, first let me show you how you make this. You make the little strips. Okay, so you're going to cut strips. I use for the little ones here, these were just strips of 1 by 4. Okay, so just cut 1 by 4, and you're going to want about 4 to 6 different patterns of DSP. I just chose 6. I chose 1 DSP, 2 shades of coordinating color. I wanted some glitter and some foil. But again, depending on the size, you might only need 3. This one, I only used 4. That's it. I didn't have enough to go. Like on this one, see, I did foil, red, gold, foil, gold, red, you know, like I just had 3 each of there. So it just depends, but just cut 1 by 4 strips. And then I cut 2 inch wide by 6 inch. So 2 by 6 and 1 by 4 strips. And you will be able to cover all of the hearts that are in this all of size dies that kind of coordinate with that, if that makes sense. That'll probably cover everything. So I just for the sake of time, I just want to show you how to cut these. What is this strip right here? This is a 2 by 8. Okay, it doesn't matter the size of your strip. Okay, but I'm just telling you I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes how you get your pieces to look like the starburst that we have to use. So again, doesn't matter what size, but you're cutting strips, if you have Hearts of Elegance, to do what I'm doing at 1 by 4 or 2 by 6, okay? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna then take your pieces of cardstock or DSP, whatever you wanna use, and we're gonna make an angle cut from this corner here to the upper left to the bottom right. And you're just going to want to cut all your strips the same way. So when you put it in your trimmer, you're going to put it like that. Everyone has different trimmers, whatever you use. I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! One here. This one's a really good trimmer to use. I've had this paper trimmer. This is a very old one, but this is a good one because it's got that deep channel and they still make them the same way. So this is great for doing angle cuts. So all you're going to do is line it up. Let me zoom in a moment here. Okay, so you're going to line up. Here's my upper left corner so that the tip that's going to cut a nice point is in the tunnel there, like the little whatever you want to call it. Now I need to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so that one's going there. You get the idea. And then your bottom one right there. So all you do is just keep shimmying it until both are in there. Now I'll tell you a trick. Don't start from the top and come down because you might eat sometimes your little corner there. So what I like to do is hold both sides of my paper. I'm holding pressure so it didn't move once I get my bar down. And I have my cutting blade already on the rail in the middle. So I kind of go up. Now I have a great point there and I can cut back through and it's not going to chop it. So all I did was make an angle cut. See? And that's it. And that's all you do for this project. Any size, okay? But today specifically, I used 1 by 4 and 2 by 6s so that I was able, now I'll bring this in, So you get the concept of cutting them. That's really all you needed. I didn't need to do all this on camera with you because it takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to move back out so you can see my whole desk. Hold on one second. This is a little touchy from my phone. Okay. Good. We're good. Okay. So now I have my silicone mat. Stampin' Up! Sells these. These are great. I love them. And that's where I'm going to do this on because I'm going to use lots of glue all over the place. So here are 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not going to use all of those, but I'll just keep them for another project. But like I said, I want to have a variety as I make them because I don't know how much each one is going to use. This is definitely my 1x4s that I diagonal cut. Here are my 2x6s. Same deal, same concept. And look, they're all cut the same way, right? And when you cut them, when you have your 2 pieces, when you have these, right? When you cut them up, you leave them like this because this makes 2 projects because all of these that were laid down here are going to go to one project and all of these go to another project. So you get double of that, if that makes sense. All right. So you're going to take your element, any element you're using. We're going to do the big one first. Okay. And what you want to do is you just want to draw a pencil line down the middle. I put that little mark there so I didn't forget to tell you, right? So you're going to draw a pencil mark right down the middle. And, you know, make these elements or these die cuts using scrap paper or those colors of cardstock that you didn't like, that are just scraps because you're not going to see any of this. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Now what you're going to do, and I'm using this adhesive because I don't want to use my good Stampin' Seal. I just need a really good sticky adhesive, and you want to cover your entire die. And this is what I mean. Like, see these silicone mats? You can go like that. No glue is getting there. Doesn't stick to it. And if it does, you just like roll your finger on it and it comes off. Okay, so now that I have this all good and sticky, I'm going to take spread my pieces out here so I see what I have for what I want to use. And I'm just going to take the first one and I'm going to, and I don't have doubles, so I might use 3 on this side and 3 on this side. You would want to have like 3 of the same in doubles, and you'll get that when you cut them. But I might just use all 6 and make this a variety one. So like some of these I did, like they were all different patterns. Or this one, I use lots of different patterns. Okay, so you're just going to take your first piece. I definitely want this as the focal. And you just line up. You can either line the point. If you have a nice point, you can go further down. Doesn't matter, but I have a good point, so I'm just going to line that up. My first one right with your pencil line. Just like that, okay? And now I'm going to take my second one. I'm going to take a gold piece and just butt that up. See how we're not going to use a lot of these? We're only going to use 3. Get that right up there. And now my third one, that's why I like to throw the cardstock at the end. Because the pretty pieces I want in the middle, right? And again, just butt that up against it. Don't worry about anything yet. Now I'm going to do the other side. Now, if I wanted to do a coordinating pattern, I would use this. I would use the Poppy Parade next. Then I would use the gold foil. And then I would put that one at the end. But I'm not. I'm using 6 different colors. So now we're going to put this one here. I'm going to do white last. I'll put the red next. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to put this last one here. Okay. Now, there you go. Got a little fan. You're going to turn it over. Here's our die. You're going to take a good bone folder, something with a really nice crease. And now you're going to just push it down. You know, burnish it. That's what it's called, burnish it. Let me use my words properly. Okay. anyone that's joining. I know my mom's on here. I see some of my friends from the Northeast. I hope you're staying warm and crafting, but you know what, guys? You gave us Florida, us Floridians, lots of cold weather this last 2 months, and it's in the 80s now. So after this video, I'm jumping in my pool, and I'm going to be floating around. So, and I know I see my Floridian friends on here too, so I know they're like, yes, Stacy, we're going in the pool. Sorry, we had a hell of a winter here so far in Florida. And I mean, I'm not complaining because I know it's, you know, but I am from the Northeast, so I understand. Let me tell you what I'm doing now. Now what I'm doing is I'm picking this up and I'm going to trim, fussy cut and trim all of that. I know all of this. So maybe you can make I could have made my squares. Probably I don't even need 2x6. Actually the 1x4s might even work on here. Let's see, what size is this? I can't really measure it right now. Here. I'll tell you right now. So this is 3.5, so the 4s would work. So you can use your 1-inch strips by 4-inch strips and do these elements. But if you do the bigger ones, like this one is bigger, I used the 2x6 on this one. So this is definitely good because these are, you know, you can even do 5 if you wanted. So again, play around with it. All you need are strips. But I had these cut already, so I'm not feeling like I'm being wasteful. But I just wanted to let you know that you can play with your widths. All you have to do is measure the size of your die and make sure that you give space like another inch or so underneath it. And that's it. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to fussy cut this around and just hang with me. We're going to have a long video today because, you know, it's not just, it's more of a class. I'm teaching you things. I like to show you things. Otherwise, I'll just put a sketch together, I guess. I don't know. But, and then on the replay, you can always fast forward through, you know, because you watched me live and now you just want to go back and see how I did something or what was the size of the strips that I used. No biggie. Okay, so you just want to outline your heart. Okay, how cool does that look? But you could leave it like that, right? But you'll see what it looks like when we finish it. So now let's bring in our little guy here. And just do that same thing over. Where's my... Oh, and I need my silicone mat. Do the same thing. Cover the whole heart with adhesive. And then we're going to use the DSP right in the middle. See, I don't have a nice... It's like a... That's like blunt, so I'm not going to use that edge there. Maybe we're going to use 3 again. So see now, look when I put that there. See, I have a little bit. Just move it down. But you got to make sure you're butted right up against it. Okay? I love Starburst. I used to love making them. I have lots of scrapbook layouts. So now that I've done this and I've fell back in love with Starbursts, you're going to see them again. It's okay. All right. So here's our little fan. Turn it over. Really good burnish. Okay, and then you're going to come in with your good snips and just clip off and fussy cut around your die. And most dies, well, the Stampin' Up ones, the Close to My Heart ones, they have like a ridge around them. So that's why we're going to run this back through our die machine to get that, to like finish off the edge. And you'll see what I mean. Okay. So we're going to do both techniques first, this one, and then we're going to do the ink splattering, and then I'm just going to put the template together. Okay, so let's get this out of the way now. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, so for my die, I have a magnetic machine, an automatic machine I use here for my 3D folders. I use the Stampin' Up. So what I'm doing now, okay, I'm going to put the die right over with my cardstock down on this one. This is a good one to show, and just flip it over and then just get it down. If you don't have a magnetic plate, use washi, do it however you do it. Now these open ones, the way you're gonna do it, so see it has that ridge? We're just gonna finish that off with a little edge around it. What you wanna do is just line this up underneath the best you can. See? There is a little overhang that it will cut through, and just put that down. Again, use washi however you get to hold them on your plates. Let me run this through real quick. I apologize for the noise. Hold on. Okay. So see, a little bit did come off, right? So that kind of cleaned it up. See, a little bit more. And now when you look at the element close up, see how it has that finished edge around it? So that's kind of cool. I don't know, Lori. This is one that I just got online many, many years ago. I have so many bone folders. Actually, they're all in my bag, my Stampin' Up one and my little one, because I was just at a crop, and this was the last one I have here. Any bone folder, I just always make sure. I'll have to look back and I'll let you know, because it was quite a few years ago. All right, this one now, let me get a little pokey, my little pokey tool. Poke out. So see this now. Now look at that. How cool does that look? And you have a little bit you got to just pull off, right? Because there's a little bit. See this, like that little edge coming off, but how cool does that look now? Got a little bit there. That's it. And if you have a little, where's my snips? I have a little bit here. I don't want to pull. I'm just going to snip just to help it a little bit, but you get the idea, right? Okay, that's coming off so good. Love it. Okay, so we did that, and I'm just using this as elements, right? Because I'm trying to see a little bit outside of the box using Stampin' Up products, right? Like, it's a little challenging when we're so used to a certain way. That's all I guess I could say. Okay, now we're going to move on to splattering. So my background pages, and then I'll get into our pieces. Let me just show you real quick. I have everything cut. This is going to go super easy. I have it labeled just to show you real quick. And I already did my background base pages, but I'm going to walk you through different ways to do this. It's not going to take long. Okay, so I splattered mine. So that is my splatter background. This is a super easy layout. Look at how, this is just straight cuts. Straight cuts. I don't get into those crazy cuts on scrapbooking. Okay, when I have to design something. And again, I'm using, for ladies, I know some of you from my group are on here right now. I'm showing you my interpretation of this month's sketch. So, I have my ink box here. Now, if you have shimmer brushes in all the different colors, like lots of us have, then you are ahead of the game. But for those of us that don't have them and just have ink pads, you can do it too. So this is one of my old, this is like a pizza box, right? We used to call them From Close to My Heart. Stampin' Up has these boxes too. Sometimes we get, so they're good to keep. I always like to keep a few of them. I do want to show you, because a lot of you have what Close to My Heart used to sell, these mixed media gloss sprays. There is a way to splatter with these. Now, look, my bottle is not used up. It's not dirty, but it doesn't spray. That's why these things I can't stand. Look, it's not spraying and it's not clogged. They just clog over time in there because they are paint. So as I started to realize that, I never sprayed them anymore. So the way I use these, if you have these, shake them up really, really good. Let me bring in a piece of scrap paper here, okay? This right here, it's like a 5x7. And the way I use these is I would just unscrew the top, right? And then go like this. Okay, I did that very quick, but just to show you the different types of splatters you're gonna get. So you can use that. And these are really nice, thick drops. So that's what I like about that, okay? So again, depends on what you're going for. Now, that's with the gloss sprays. Now let me bring in, let's take this out. Here's just a piece of 12x12 cardstock. So the way I did it is my shimmer brush. So I used my black shimmer brush. I shake it up really good. And I always have a piece of scrap paper in my box with me, or you can see I make my little puddles in my box. But my box is quite used and I don't have another good one this size. The Stampin' Up! Ones I have, I'm getting bigger ones. What I do is I always clean up. I have a crafty rag, I call it, and it's just my rag that cleans up everything. Okay, so I shook it up really good. I'm gonna squeeze and make a pile. Okay, so I have my nice little juicy pile there, and I'm just getting my tip of my brush really, really juicy. And all you do is just a light tap, high or low. The higher you go, the smaller your splats will be. The lower you go, the more blotchy it could be and the thicker splats. And then you'll just learn to control it and you'll get better and better. I feel like I've mastered splattering because I just really love doing this. So I can do it quite close and not get big splats, but you'll get better. So, Ken, I'm doing this fast just to show you. So that's with a shimmer brush. Now I'm going to bring it up close because I know it's hard to see far away, but when I come up close, you'll see. And I'm sorry for the shadow. It's super sunny. Okay, so that's with my shimmer brush. And now there's a little bit of a shimmer to this. So I really like doing it that way. So that's one way. Now I'm going to show you if you don't have any shimmer brushes. Actually, I can use, no, let me flip this one over. Okay, I got another 12x12. This was just one I had splattered before. Now, if you have a glass mat, you can do this on your glass mat. Mine's covered right now, so I don't want to dirty it up. But if you have a glass mat, all you're going to do is squish down on your glass mat some ink, right? So that's the concept using it there. But I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to use an ink block. Actually, I'm going to use a bigger block. Let me use a bigger block. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so I'm just going to use an acrylic block. So all I'm going to do, I'm just using some black ink that I had close by. And all I'm going to do is, so any ink, okay, doesn't matter, pigment ink, whatever ink, distress ink, just squish down on your block. See, that's some ink there. I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Now I have a spray bottle of water and I have a paintbrush. Now I'm going to bring my box back in because you want to cover your surface because you don't realize it when you're splattering, but it's going all over the place too. So that's why I try to stay low. All right, so now I have my ink on my acrylic block. I'm going to squirt some water. See, I put some water on there. Now I'm going to come in with my paintbrush and I'm just swirling it around. I want a little bit more water. You don't need much for the paintbrushes when you use a thin paintbrush like this because they're really easy to flick basically. Okay, so I'm doing this so that my tip of my paintbrush has lots of, so it's nice and juicy. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to do low. I'm just going to tap the paintbrush. If you don't have nails, you can do it with your finger like I was doing, but with the paintbrushes, because these wooden handles. Okay, when you need some more, go into your acrylic block, juice up that tip of the brush. Okay, this gives really nice, actually really like the way that came out. Okay, let me just put this on my, so it doesn't get all over the place. And I'll clean that later. And let me bring this up and show you the difference. Okay. So it might be a little bit hard to, I know, maybe it's hard to see with the sun. Maybe if I shut this light off, hold on. Yeah, it's harder to see, but oh, I just caught it. You were able to see it. Okay, good. So that's the different ways to splatter, my friends. So you don't need to have shimmer brushes. So you might see me saying, oh, I'm going to splatter with my shimmer brush. And you're like, dang it, Stacy, I don't have a shimmer brush. But you can, because anybody has them as long as you have ink pads, right? Let me just make sure my 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm good. Okay. All right, now let's bring in and let's decorate now. Just hang with me a little bit more and let's just decorate my page. So I have my photo mats. I have a few 3x4s, 2 4x4s, and 2 4x6s. And I still have, I just backed them with my close to my heart photo mats. And I bought a whole bunch of these before they closed. Hey, Kara, how are you? Oh, thanks, Lori. So why I do this, and I adhere them all the way down, because I use the white as another mat. So my black mats, so this is a 3x4 photo mat, okay? The black is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. I will cut my picture down 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch so that all of my pictures are double matted, if that makes sense. So that's something I do. And I don't have my pictures ready for this. Y'all know I'm the naked scrapbooker, but this is what I'm going to do. I am goaling myself that outside of my card classes monthly, creative sessions I do, I want to gear them towards scrapbooking so that I can continue on with who I'm making this book for, so that they are all for scrapbooking, but things that you can incorporate into card making. You can use these elements on your cards, right? Okay, so I have that. Again, I went ahead with all the cuts from the sketch, except I added in just a few extra. So I have my 2 gold here, and I'm just going to separate these into my right and left side of the page so we can get going. Let me clean up a little bit. Okay. So that's my right and left, we'll say. So I have my gold, 1.5 by 12 for the right and 1 by 12 for the left. Then I needed another piece of DSP. This is for the left, 3 by 10 1/4, 3 by 12 for the right. Another coordinating DSP for the left, 2.5 by 12 for the right. I don't know. Oh, here it is, 6 by 12. Sorry, 6.5 by 12. Then I have 2 strips of 1/2 by 12 for each side. And then extra I added, so I used all the, I went according to the amount that I needed here, but then I'm adding in, because I need glitter, so I'm adding in 2 extra strips of 1/2 by 12 for each side, and then I added 2 extra strips of 1/4 by 12 of black to bring in that pop of black. So that's for each side as well. So now I'm going to bring over my template book here so I can follow along, because like I said, I did not make this yet. All right, so I'm going to be working on the left side. Something I do is I always put adhesive down on this mat when I'm scrapbooking. Let me come up more so you get everything. Make sure that's in frame. I'll take a sip of my water. There's always a delay when I'm trying to watch on my laptop from when I do something. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I'm all in frame now. So I put a little bit of adhesive there, and that just holds my paper down. my cardstock down because I love using my Close to My Heart Versamats here for scrapbooking because it has all of the dimensions around. So if you have that, hopefully you're the lucky one and you have it. If not, hopefully Stampin' Up! Comes out with something like that. Okay, so I'm working on the left page, so I'm just going to start designing. So now all it is was basically take these dang strips and just set them up to the left. So that's why I didn't just want such a, but here, look at the example it gives you. This is all we're putting here, right? That's all we're doing. And I'm going to just put some big pop of elements, but I didn't want all this empty space. So that's why we have some nice splatter. So we're just going to set this up. This one's going to go right along here. That one, we're going to take our B, which is our red. That's going to go here. Nope, I'm going to put my glitter, I think. I want the glitter by the gold. Yeah. Yes, it's going to be like that. Maybe like, and then that's going to finish over that somehow. No, let's switch. Yeah, and then the black. Okay. You'll see. It's going to come out. Okay, and then this is just going to go there. Okay, that's really all that is, you guys. So let's just start putting this down. I think I'm going to use, as long as this cooperates with me, we're going to use adhesive before I swap over to, we're going to use dry adhesive before I swap over to my liquid glue. And I'm just going to put that down just like that. And then next is going to go, and this is why this is so easy. It's just butting up next to one another. And we'll see how it looks with these elements. I don't know what it's going to look like with the starbursted elements. It's just taking a sketch and bringing it to life as we go along together. What's everybody doing for the Super Bowl? What's the dimensions of the black mat? The black mat. Oh, my mats. They were just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So my photos are 3x4, 4x4, and 4x6. So just 1/8 of an inch bigger. Oh, thanks, Jean. Is that what you meant, Kara? Okay, and then I'm going to put the gold, and then I'm going to seal off. I like to cut, I'll show you a trick I like to do. I like to do these 1/4 of an inch strips to cover seals, or like if it feels too clashy for me in some way, I like those. I like to add just a little strip over it. I love straight lines. I love straight lines. Just gonna go make sure I'm putting adhesive. I try to feel, yeah, it's the side where it's cut. And then I want to just put this over that and seal that off. Sorry if my head's getting in the way. Okay, just like that. This one is supposed to go, my friends, where is it telling us? About 3 inches up. So it's saying it should start there. I don't know. Do I want it all the way down there? And I might want to banner this. I want to banner this end. So we're going to banner this end. So all I'm going to do is kind of find that middle. How this is 2 inches. Okay. So find that middle ground. Go up just a tad. And then come in each side. This is just my brain working as we're going along here. And that's what scrapbooking's about, right? Otherwise, we're doing workshops when we don't want to think about it. Okay, so we're going to go, I don't think I want to do 3. That's too low. I think I'm going to go about 3.5. 3.5 is a good spot for me. Okay, good. I'm glad that's what you were looking for. And Ugh, the flu. Everybody's getting sick and has the flu. Sorry, I hope you feel better. Oh, come on, Stacy. Line it up. Okay. Now, I was thinking this is where I wanted to bring in some of this and kind of lay it, yeah, there. Kind of lay it. So I need to cut off a little bit more. That's what I was thinking with this trim. And I'm just trying to use up some scraps. Ooh, I think it's nice. All right, how are we going to adhere this? We're going to just put some tape on this easily. I know I can put tape on here. I've done it just easily. Or you could use glue dots. I think that's a nice touch, right? Oh, I love it. I hope you could see that. Okay. Good. What book? Carrie, it's posted in the group, but it's volume 3. Let me just double check. Yes, volume 3. Okay. Now, I'm just going to move this for right now because I want to come back and lay everything out when I have both my pages done. So now I'm going to bring in the right side of the page and I'm going to just put this down, stick it down. Don't remember I have that adhesive in the middle. And let me look at the sketch. So now what we're going to do is it's going to be, yes, so this is going to go here. And see, I'm covering up my finger. Then we're going to go gold. Where's our red strip? Hold on. That side. And then it is this. Then it's going to be our gold. And then our black strip is going to go over these two. Okay, so that's how we go. Let's get that set up. So I have some of you watching. What are you doing for the Super Bowl? I'll tell you what I'm doing. My husband and I, since y'all heard me say it's 85 degrees in Florida, so we will be laying in the pool, hanging out. He's going to grill some wings. I told him I do not want him making a lot of food. If anyone knows my husband, he cooks for, 20 people and it's just him and I. I don't know if my daughter's coming over. I don't know what she's doing, but I doubt it. They're, usually Sundays we hang out, but it's the Super Bowl and they usually do their own thing, but they'll probably come over. So we'll just hang out by the pool, have some drinks, make some wings, and I think he's going to make some smash burgers, he said. That's what we're doing. I'm trying to line this up. Sorry, I'm like a perfectionist with this, and it's just cut. It's like a little hair off. Don't you hate that with your paper trimmers? I'm sorry, I got to pull this back off. I know I'm jacking this up. Let me put some fresh tape on it. I feel like with our tape, not our tape runners, I got to lay on here because I got to feel this. Our paper trimmers. I feel like when I cut my paper gets smaller. Like it's 12 by 12, but when I start cutting it somehow, I don't know. Ignore me. It's just something I feel like the paper like cuts like a 1/16 or something off, Let me make sure. Like a tiny bit comes off. Anyway, that's my own madness, but so see, like I will cover up, or I will, if I see things overhanging, I'll just trim them off. I'll trim an 1/8 of an inch off of an entire 12 by 12 scrapbook after it's put together if like I see something I don't like. That's just crazy ass me. Okay, this is next. Like, I see that right there. See that? You see that? I see that. This is a 12 by 12 strip. It's like, it's not meeting up for me. I'm definitely going to trim it. Okay. And now this piece, our glitter, love glitter. I cannot have a card or a scrapbook page or anything without some sparkle to it. It's just how I roll. Perfect. And now we're going to cover that seam. Something is off on this side. And then I want to look at my comments and see if anyone answered of what they're doing on the Super Bowl. Windows are open today. Yes. That's nice, Kara. Not here. Air's on. All right. We were 3.5. I think that's what we did. So we got to stay consistent. This is at 3.5. Perfect. I hate covering up this beautiful paper. It's marbled with this cardstock, the gold cardstock, glitter, gold foil, I'm sorry, throughout. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is at the 3.5 mark. And we're just going to put that right across. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I have a better idea how to lay this down. Hold on. Instead of putting, I just need a little smidge cut off. Instead of trying to put glue on there, we just put a little, so you don't ruin it. There. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring, I'm not going to be able to have both in camera, but at least next to one another I can while I'm designing it. But look, I'll see if we can lay them both out. See if you can see that. Oh, something's wrong. Did I do something wrong here? Hold on. No. Something. I have this is cut bigger. I messed up when I cut, you guys. What can I do about that? Hold on, hold on. Hold on. I did. Now I'm going to fix it. And that, my friends, is live crafting because I do not edit my videos. And I'm not leaving it like that. I cut something wrong. This seems like it was 2 inches. This was 3. I cut this wrong. Let me chop off an inch here. Where's my paper trimmer? Here it is. Hold on. We're going to chop off an inch from here. I don't want to cut my ribbon. Hold on. We're going to do this. From this side. We're going to cut off. Care of everything later. We're going to put this back down 3.5, right? Was this 3.5? Let me make sure. Yep. Isn't that fun? Messing up. 3.5. And we're going to have to clean up. 3.5. Good. Okay, where is our ribbon? Perfect. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. We have a little bit right there that I see a little glue. I can come in with my rub and erase, but that's okay because a mat will go there or something else. All right, we fixed it. All right, now that looks a lot better. Okay, let's make sure you can see that in view. Let my camera catch up. The laptop. Good. Nice, yay. Okay, so I'm going to keep this, the right page next to me just for placement purposes, but it's going to mostly be out of view to you. But for me, actually, maybe I can move this over a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to bring all my pieces in. I'm going to work on this mat. Let's see, can you see? Let it catch up. Yeah, I think we're going to be good. I'll move over a little bit more. Good. Okay, cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my photo placemats. So I definitely going to do a 4x6 here, a 4x6. This, oh, see how I'm going to cover? I'm going to cover that up. We're going to put that there. So that's going to be perfect. Then we're going to do maybe one there, there. Or do we want to cover up even imperfections somehow? Let me see something. No, that's okay. There. Just playing for a second. Okay, I like that. I think that looks cool. Oh, good. Go get ready, Carrie. Get in that craft room. I think I like this like this. I'm going to pop my photo mats up. I just have a big spool here that I use. Where is my scissors for adhesive? And I always put that on there. If you get any in my card kits, you're going to get this in the mail. You're going to get this little tag and a little dangle, and you're going to say, what's that for? You put it on your scissors. So, you know, that one's my good one. So you know which is which. These are my adhesive. I like to put foam on the back of mine. And I don't know where my dimensionals are at the moment, but I use a lot of this stuff. So for scrapbooking, you know, I try to buy bulk things of the things we use for scrapbooking, because especially foam, I use a lot of it. And I pop up my photo mats where a lot of other people don't do that, because I love lots of dimension. So I hope just watching me go through my process, right? I took a sketch. It's hard. I kind of thought about it, but not really, not for designing the sketch. I thought about I was going to splatter. I'm going to use, I'm going to starburst those elements. And then, you know, the placement as far as, but all this other stuff we're doing together. I don't know, like where I'm putting the hearts. We're just going to roll with it and see how it comes out. I have some, I pulled from my stash, also some, what were they, acrylic. Remember we used to have the acrylic elements, so I have some hearts, black hearts. Everything's popped up? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to now stick these down because there's room. I always leave room if I want to tuck something behind. And that's a good thing also about popping up your photo mats. Oh wait, this one had to cover my, oh yeah, it does cover it. There. And it's also holding that down too, a little bit more, securing that. If anybody has any questions, I'm always available. You can reach out to me. If you have any Stampin' Up! Questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And I usually get back to you within the day. If it's during the week, I work during the week. So at night's the best time to catch me during the week. And on the weekends, it doesn't matter. I'm always around. Okay. And then we're going to just put maybe some. Oh, I want to show you how to like tuck a little tag. So before I put these down, I want to show you this. So in two of the, so this is 164397. I don't remember which one, but it was one of the paper pumpkins. And then this is the tab 163539. So these are good for scrapbooking, and here's why. So this is that tab, and then this is the other one from the paper pumpkin. So, and here they are. All I did was fold this in half. So think of using dies for this purpose. Let me get the scrapbook page out of the way a second. Okay. And then just burnish that really good. And then just come in with some adhesive. Right? Same thing with this tab. You don't really need to burnish the tab too much. Okay, close that. You can burnish just that little top piece. Now you can stamp these. So see on here, I stamped XOXO. That was just from the Hearts of Elegance stamp set. So now what you can do with these is you can either put them like between here, and you can use flip flaps. That's what people do, right? I'm not doing that today. But what I was thinking of, maybe tucking these like there, maybe having it come out from, you know, like that, as almost like a flag or a banner. So that's what I was thinking of using. I don't know which one. Oh, now that one went behind. There we go. But I just wanted to show you that. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not, but I have them on my desk and they're ready to go in case I do. But you might find an idea to incorporate that into your scrapbooking. And I've seen where you use these tabs and then you would put a flip flap here, and then you would attach this on the underside of the flip flap so it's interactive for people to open. Or it could be used as a pull tab, like something's behind there and you want to pull it out. So I don't know if I'm using them, but they're on my desk. Okay. All right, this has to go down. Okay, we're going to angle that one. What? Oh, these little books. These were from Close to My Heart, the little 4x4s. So they're perfect for your paper pumpkin stamp sets, or any stamp sets that come in the kits, and your paper pumpkin die sets, or just little single dies. All right. All right, I got that now. So like I said, I had, oh, here's my titles. So I was thinking I wanted, that's a good spot for love, right? And then New Beginnings. What do we think? How's that over there? Do we want New Beginnings here? Will this fit? Yeah, we make it. We could do New Beginnings here. And we can do love here. What do we think? Let me look on the... New Beginnings to the left, or maybe like this. I don't know. I'll wait and see if anyone gives me some feedback, and I'll keep going. They're not going to get attached down yet anyway. Okay, so now I have some of these gold hearts. Just going to throw them down for a second. Okay. Now, oh, okay, I have some of these too on my desk, the gold adhesive back heart sequence. We have those. I also have some of these, you remember from Close to My Heart, these striped ribbon bows to either put somewhere or to add to the hearts. And these are definitely going to pop up. So now this is the fun part, is just like decorating. I also have, like I said, some black hearts on my desk from the dies, and then here's some acrylic pieces. We're definitely using these. I already just see it now that I want to use these. What other ones do I have? Here's a little one. I definitely want to use those. I'm just pulling them all out to see the sizes I have. No. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. So I definitely have those. So like maybe... What about that? No. I think. Okay, I think that's cool so far, like that. The little pieces I'm adding. How's my brain working? All right. I want to make a cluster. So maybe... Oh, wait, that might be a good spot for a cluster. This is going to pop up, like double pop up, I think, right there. Maybe this one. Nope. And these are not, these are all going to be used for other projects. Maybe. Cute. It's bringing out the black. I'm really loving that. I might be good. Hold on. Hold on. No. I like this one. I like the little ones. And I like this one. I like these two little ones. All right, just let my brain process here for a second. I think maybe we take this out. Maybe this. Okay, I'm liking this. And it's all going to be popped up so our picture can get in there, obviously. Okay, I Love that. I'm glad. See how you keep moving around? I really love that. I think I love that gold heart there. It might be for others much, but for me, I'm loving it so far, so I'm good. I'm kind of thinking if I want to layer one of these hearts right now. I think I might be good with the hearts. I'm just, oh, that is really cute, but maybe for another project. I think I'm good. I think we're good, right? Are we gonna put this one right in the middle? But where's that other, oh, that black one was there. Oh, I had one more black one. I do love the black. Okay, I think that's how I want to do it. I think I'm going with that for all my elements. I had to step back a minute. Let's see if I want to incorporate these just a second. They're not for pullouts, but they're just for as a little fun. And here's another thing. If you don't have a lot of ways to go down, snip off some of it. Oh, but yeah, and it's taped, so you're good. Or do we want it just on the 4x4 pictures? Should I use the two separate? Oh, actually, I shouldn't use separate ones. That's stupid. I should use two of the same. I was just showing you two examples, so I just got to stamp that if I want to use that one. But which one do I want to use? Should I use it? All right, come on. I have some people watching. I need some help. Are we good? Is my layout good here? Or so is our titles good there? And pointed or rounded for the tabs? Or X-nay the tabs. I'm going to leave it for a second, and I'm going to just straighten up a moment here. So I can get, and then all we got to do is lay all this down, and that's good. And then I'll photograph it, and then I will update it. And we'll add a few extra little, the gold sequin hearts. Okay. All right. I think this is how we're just going to roll with it. I think this is what we're doing. Like the pages. Kara likes the pages. Thanks, Kara. I think I'm rolling with it. I think I'm leaving it like this. It does look good. I'm happy. So let's just get everything down. I'll put a few extra sequins and then we will call it done. So I'm doing the Crafty Super Bowl pool, ladies. It's posted. Whoever's in that, good luck. All right. I think this page came out. I'm so happy with it. Now these little guys here, either just use liquid adhesive or I just have, I'm going to use my dry adhesive right here. It works great on them. Okay, this one we're going to put, I'm just going to put my strips of adhesive right here and layer them up about 3 times. That, see, I don't have to put it on here because then I'm just going to lay this down. If that makes sense. So you just got to make sure you don't let it go. You don't cut bigger. So I'm just sticking with that strip right there because I know that will cover it. So I'm going to pull this layer off. Okay. And then put another about the same size on top. See what I just did? So I have 2 layers now of, let's see if that's good enough or I want to go more. That's good. So I have a double dimension adhesive, just like that. So now see, I could still tuck my photos in, no problem. Okay, we're gonna pop this one up. Listen, I'm a pop-upper. Everything pops up. We're only going to just do 1 layer here. Everything pops up. Even when I'm using a workshop and there's stickers, 99.9% of the stickers, I put powder on the back and I pop them up. That's just what I do. Okay, all that's adhered down. Oh, there's a gnat in front of me. Leave the tabs. Yep, I'm going to leave them. I think I'm even maybe use the 2 different ones. It's just no, let's use two of the same. I'm going to use this one. Let me just stamp it. I have it right here. Don't be lazy, Stacey. So I'm just going to stamp that really quick. Let me show you a trick. Okay, because everybody's like, oh my God, these are so hard to open. No, they're not. Here's the Stampin' Up! Ink pad. All you do is pop the back. Just press down. Pops it up, and then it's just boom, slide. I mean, I don't think it's a problem, but if you have arthritis, absolutely. I mean, I have the start of it, but not much. There's a gnat around get away from me. Okay, XOXO. Remember, light stamp, light pressure, I mean, when we're using our Stampin' Up! Stamps. Okay, so I'm not going to use this one. But I am going to use this one. And I will, these I'm going to adhere straight down to the paper. That. Just like that. Okay, so this side is done. We're just going to add a little bit of more gems there. Oh, the acrylic pieces. Yeah, I'll do it over here. You could see. I just flip it over and I kind of just hold it in these delicate ones, but the tape runner, whatever tape runner you use should be fine. Okay. I was thinking I was going to put that one straight to the paper, but nope. My brain said nope. Adhere it with dimensional. Okay. Just like that. All right. Is that down? No. Let's get that down, and then we'll work on our little cluster there. I love this title. The font. Cute. Okay, so how we're going to do this is, see, we're not going to put any adhesive up here. We're going to kind of put our finger there, flip it over, and know that we need dimensional right there, right? The part that's hanging off. We're going to need a little piece of dimensional right over here. So I'm kind of holding it down, and I just kind of work like that, and I think that's good. So 2 pieces on our heart. See, it's just 2 pieces. Now, if I had my picture and it was down, I'd probably put dry adhesive here, and it would sit right on my picture, but that's okay. So this is going right here, so I can see my picture. If I had my picture, can go straight behind. Nothing's obstructing it. Same thing here and here. Okay, so now these we're going to just start to build. So I'm going to put some dry adhesive on this side and a piece of foam on this side. So I need foam on that side of the heart. See? And then this part, I don't want it to flap up, so I am going to put some dry adhesive right there. I know, isn't that weird? Dry adhesive. The first time I heard someone say that, I'm like, no adhesive is dry, but okay. But that's how it's referred to. Okay, so now, so you see what I mean? So it sits nice, okay? Same deal with these two. We're going to adhere these two together, overlapping. So I'm just going to put a little dry adhesive right there. So just so together, so see, the hearts are together, like they're coming off one another. And then we're going to do the same thing there. I think I need a little piece of foam, just a little piece of foam under there. So I'm just have it on my finger. I'm just going to pull the backing off, just a little surgery. We do little surgeries to our projects. And I'm just going to put it under there, like, oh, happy little tree. Remember Bob Rossa? Happy little foam tape right there. Okay, see, no big deal. Okay, now I'm going to put, either I can just put a piece of foam right there, or I can put it on the back of my heart, no big deal, but I'm gonna make sure I don't need, I need it here. So you just gotta kind of see where your foam has to go. And then right here, we're gonna put some dry adhesive. Love it. I love that cluster right there. Hey Janice, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, I showed you some tips, and we did some splattering, lots of techniques in this layout, but I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the end result. We're just going to add some of these, the backed sequence. We'll put some of those. I have these little black hearts, which were the cutouts from, where were they the cutouts from? Oh, from my words here, from the Cricut. So I wanted to use those. I have 4 little ones, so we might. But let's use, I was thinking about like them like shooting up maybe out of, maybe here, let's see. Like a big one, a medium one, you know, and like a small one. Like that. Maybe a few over here. Big one. We'll do 2 big ones. And a medium. I didn't put any of these, but I don't know if I need it, because I didn't incorporate. That does look cool, but that might be much. I think it's much. I don't need it. I'm going to use this for the leftover papers I have. I feel like I just keep on adding because I just love the colors, but I think I'm good with it. I think we're going to call this layout finished. I hope you enjoyed. I'm just going to leave it here while I clean up a minute. For anybody that may have jumped on late, we did ink splattering. I showed you how to ink splatter with your shimmer brushes and with just a stamp pad if you don't have shimmer brushes. We made starbursts out of die elements that you can do with any die cut. So I only used on this layout the one, but that's okay. I made a lot of these to show. Here's other ones I made with the pink from the marbled Elegance paper. So these are just beautiful to do on any die cut you have. So, but I'm going to save those for another project. And yeah, I think this is done. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. And if you have any questions, never hesitate to reach out. I appreciate everybody. And remember, if you pick up anything and shop with me this month, my current card kit is the beautiful bokeh, but what is it called? Yeah, beautiful butterflies is the Stampin' thin cut that I feature this month. So if you picked up anything in a $50 product order, you will get all of the pieces pre-cut and ready to assemble for that. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my class and my process video. I took my sketch that my group members are using this month. I wanted to show how my interpretation of the sketch, and there you have it. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Go Chiefs.